Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you something new, something different, something scratchable. This engine obviously is not for this vehicle. This is my Skull Eyes Ford Hot Rod custom built scratch build. I decided I want to see something, and it actually has to do with the steering. And before I used to actually make the steering quite decently. No, I would say less decently. And it was too high and it wouldn't sit, like this piece right here wouldn't sit right and stuff. But then I'm playing around. If I put it down and actually show you guys how low this car is, actually you can drive perfectly. Nothing wrong at all. But it's like super low. I think it's about 0.04 millimeters. Hey, so it's that low. So I made a custom frame. I started at the back, put a piece of plastic tube for the wheels. These back wheels might change it, but the front wheels are definitely staying. But these ones might stay or I might change it. So far I have painted the tube black and with this like faded black, and the back as well faded black. That's the only pieces that I painted black, and then I put these skull eyes, because you get moon eyes and then you get skull eyes, which I think this one came out maybe not that great, but you can see it. But this one came out perfect. You can definitely see the skull eyes. So maybe this would be my new line of series of custom Fords. This is a Ford, and the strange thing about this is I'm not going to put any iron or anything. I'm actually going to leave it like this, tube chassis just like this. I have to add a gas tank, maybe 2 nitrous tanks, and that's it. The shifter, there's more details in the interior, and then the engine. I'm gonna rebuild the total new scratch build engine just for this custom, and then I think it will be absolutely done. Oh, and I will paint the frame as well, so all this iron will be painted, but then leave it just like how it is. No patching of hiding of anything, because normally I always hide it. I always build tubes like this and then hide it, but now this time I'm not gonna hide it at all. It is a fully functional steering, but I just need to work on the steering a bit because I want it to be literally perfect. So it does steer quite decently. You can even steer with one hand. But because it's still loose, I made this piece loose so I can find out the right angle. I can bend and put back. Like this tire, if you have it like this, it seems wrong. Let me show you guys, but it's not. It's it's this tire that's, I believe that it's a little bit off the ground. So I just wanted to have it all planted down, as you guys can see. I think it's a bit too long in front, but depending on what type of engine I go with, then it should be okay. I don't think I will need any lights at the back. Nah, I think I will just put some lights at the back. But this whole back end is like almost done, and you just paint the side because that's how low it is. I couldn't paint and leave it. Steering, the front steering is a bit wider than the rear steering, so I think if I get I'm gonna get the same size wheels but a little bit thicker, or I must build onto these wheels, which I think I will build onto these wheels. Then it'll be a bit okay, but I don't want the car to be higher than what it is. Low is perfect. So I actually built this rear chassis on these wheels, so I don't know if I can change it or if I want to change it. I don't think I want to change it. So here is, so I was playing around also with this frame front end, and I went shorter, longer, and I just figured out, no, you know what, it needs to be a tad bit decent. So that's how it became a tad bit decent. And as you can see, if I can show you guys, there's the bar. This bar over here is higher than the other side. So trim that and reposition that once I get this tire firmly planted on the ground. But this is gonna be a 2024 Sema build. This is just a random build, probably overnight build basically. But it's no time, so but just check it at moon eyes. I mean skull eyes. Like how you have the yellow moon eyes. This one, I hope people start making skull eyes because they're also cool as well. I liked it. This one is quite decent. Maybe I should just stop and then show you guys. No, it's decent. This one I'm thinking of removing it. But yet again I like it. It's mysterious. Maybe it's not as colorful and as full pictured on this side as that side, but you can see it. And this engine was retired from another project, but I'm just using it as a baseline of different engines. Obviously, this next engine I'm going to make the exhaust pipes are going to sit flush with the sides. I'm not going to have it all protrude out, go crazy. I think I'm going to make it nice, decent Ford engine. Old classic. I'll look for a picture and see. But yeah, as you guys can see, very, very nice. And just for some supports, I just added the bar across. These bars, they do have a function. They keep this from wobbling because you can't just stick it on and expect no it'll be okay. Now I have to reinforce it and then also make sure that it's not too near to an engine. So my engine will probably sit a bit inside, but I will have a gap. I think I actually want my radiator to be at the back. Depending what engine I go to making and depends on how it goes then, but I do want this to have a little gap so I can show off that. And these are actually thicker paper clips than this paper clip, as you guys can see. If you guys can see this bar and they're all thick, so this is like a one of really one, and it's quite decent I would say. This interior was from a VW, but then I didn't need that custom anymore. So yeah, this is where it came from. But I'll fix up some like this bar and going across. I'll fix it up and then add a bar going straight, and then attaching that one. But other than that, the back and everything is really looking good. Let me show you guys with steering. Let me put that engine. I think I'll make a nice decent engine where it doesn't protrude out at all. So as you guys can see, it is moving, you see, but let me have it straight. It's still moving. Oh yeah, it's this one. Never mind, I thought it was this one. No, it's this one. If you guys can see a little bit, when you turn it, it moves. Little, it stalls there, and as you guys can see, it doesn't move. That it stalls here, it doesn't move on the side. So we'll fix that up, and then you can see how it is, nice and decent. But I'll catch you guys in my next build. This will be like Sema build, blah 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 stuff, just like a scratch build. I think all builders need a scratch build, but I have many scratch builds. Next one, I'm actually working on a truck, crazy truck. But as my videos go out, then you guys can check it out. I'll catch you guys in my next upcoming video, which is a lot of upcoming videos.